Breaking news! Here are the latest updates ahead of our Sunday showdown. We're on a roll, and this is sure to be an incredible game. Let us know in the comments below what you're expecting from this matchup, and if you've been a Lions fan for over 30 years, click the like button and let's cheer for our team together. Now, let's talk about what's on everyone's minds, our road to the Super Bowl. Despite a tough loss to the Buffalo Bills, Jared Goff is very clear. The Lions' chances of reaching the big stage are very much alive. Goff spoke to the media this week and conveyed a message of resilience and confidence, ensuring fans know the team has not wavered from its ultimate goal. "I don't really understand the feeling of doubt," Goff said. "I knew at some point the winning streak would end. Of course, we wanted it to last until the Super Bowl, but it's hard to win every game. It's very hard." For Goff and his teammates, the focus remains unchanged. "We're in good shape, man," Goff continued. "We're 12-2 with 3 games left. This week we have a big divisional game against Chicago, and we'll be ready. They'll be excited, and so will we. It's one game at a time, win this one and move on. Nothing has changed internally other than our record. We're still the same team." Head coach Dan Campbell has been instrumental in keeping the Lions together. Goff praised Campbell's leadership, noting how the coach helps the team stay balanced regardless of wins or losses. "Dan does a great job leading us. People keep asking what's changed. Honestly, nothing. The mindset is the same as it was last week and the week before," Goff explained. Injury updates continue to be a critical part of the Lions' story heading into the final stretch. The health of running back David Montgomery has been a big talking point, and Campbell provided some optimistic news. "I'm optimistic after the evaluations he's had with the doctors," Campbell said. "We have a decision to make, whether we put him on IR or see how quickly he can recover. He seems more optimistic now, which is encouraging." The Lions roster has been hit hard by injuries, but this team has consistently shown its depth and resilience. Securing a playoff spot is a big milestone in itself, but the Lions are aiming higher to win the NFC North and enter the postseason as strong as possible. To make that happen, they'll need to bounce back this week against the Bears and stay focused in the final 3 games. With key players stepping up and Goff's leadership on full display, the Lions are determined to finish the season strong. It's your turn, Lions fans. What do you think of Goff's confidence in the team? Do you believe the Lions can still make a deep playoff run and secure the NFC North title? The Lions' remarkable season continues with an impressive 12-2 record, despite their 11-game winning streak coming to an end in Week 15 against the Buffalo Bills. That 48-42 loss was a tough pill to swallow, but let's not forget that we're still atop the NFC and have a chance to secure home court advantage throughout the playoffs. With just 3 regular season games remaining, the Lions have proven time and time again that they're resilient, especially given the numerous injuries that have plagued the team this year. We're talking about a roster that currently has 21 players on injured reserve, the most in the NFL. That's a huge challenge, especially as we get closer to the postseason. But this team has shown incredible heart and determination, and they're not backing down. Still, with injuries mounting, including running back David Montgomery's recent MCL injury, the Lions' offense will have to adjust. Montgomery's absence is a blow to the offense, but don't count the Lions out just yet. With the playoffs on the horizon, they may be looking to bolster their roster by taking a chance on a former Pro Bowl wide receiver. Here's where it gets interesting. Deontay Johnson, a talented wide receiver who was recently released by the Baltimore Ravens, could be the perfect fit for Detroit. Johnson joined the Ravens just 2 months ago in a trade with the Carolina Panthers, but things didn't go as planned. After just a few games, Johnson's time in Baltimore ended with just 39 snaps, 1 reception for 6 yards, and even a 1-game suspension after he refused to play in a Week 13 game against the Eagles. It's clear that things weren't working out with the Ravens, but that doesn't mean he isn't a valuable asset elsewhere, and the Lions could be the team to give him another chance. Prior to his stint in Baltimore, Johnson had a solid start to the season in Carolina, recording 30 receptions for 357 yards and 3 touchdowns in just 7 games. With 422 career receptions for 4,726 yards and 28 touchdowns, he has proven himself to be a playmaker in the NFL. His ability to stretch the field and make big plays could be just what the Lions need to take their offense to the next level, especially as they adjust without Montgomery. Detroit has built a solid foundation under head coach Dan Campbell and general manager Brad Holmes, with a culture of resilience, grit, and togetherness. The Lions are known for getting the best out of players who come in with something to prove, and Johnson could be a player who fits that mold. With an already potent offense led by Jared Goff and a dynamic receiving core, adding a playmaker like Johnson could push the Lions even closer to their Super Bowl dreams. So, Lions fans, what do you think? Should Detroit take a chance on Diontae Johnson? Could his addition give the Lions the extra boost they need for a deep playoff run? Now, let's talk about a trade that has already become one of the biggest in NFL history and may eventually go down as one of the biggest in all of sports, the Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff trade. It was January 30th, 2021, when general manager Brad Holmes and head coach Dan Campbell made a bold decision that would reshape the future of the Detroit Lions. They traded longtime quarterback Matthew Stafford to the Los Angeles Rams in exchange for Jared Goff, along with a 2021 third-round pick, a 2022 first-round pick, and another 2023 first-round pick. It was a trade that shocked Lions fans and the league alike, as Stafford had been the face of the franchise for over a decade. But little did we know that this deal would become one of the most talked-about trades in NFL history. Fast forward to today, and it's safe to say that the trade worked out brilliantly for both sides. Stafford won a Super Bowl in his first season with the Rams, but Goff? He led the Lions to their most successful run in recent memory, finishing 12-5 in 2023 and currently 12-2 in 2024. Under Goff's leadership, the Lions won their first division title in franchise history and are now the top seed in the NFC with a playoff berth already secured. The Lions have proven they made the right move, and in May, Goff was rewarded with a 4-year, $212 million extension. But it wasn't just Goff's performance that made this trade a game-changer for Detroit. The trade also brought the Lions a treasure trove of draft picks, which they used to build a future that looks brighter than ever. The Lions selected players like running back Jahmyr Gibbs, tight end Sam Laporta, edge rusher Josh Paschal, and wide receiver Jameson Williams, among others, all of whom have contributed to Detroit's rise in the NFC. Brad Holmes really hit a home run with his draft picks, and these young players are laying the foundation for a future that could bring multiple championships to the Motor City. Let's not forget how transformative this trade was. Just a few seasons ago, the Lions were considered one of the biggest laughingstocks in the league. Fast forward to now, Detroit is a legitimate contender, and Goff has become one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL. He's proven the doubters wrong and shown that he has what it takes to lead a team to greatness. And let's not ignore how Detroit was able to defeat Stafford and the Rams in the wild card round last season. After all, there's no better way to silence the critics than to win in the postseason, right? With the Lions at 12-2 and looking like one of the best teams in the league, this trade has already made a huge impact. But if Detroit wins a Super Bowl in the next few years? Well, that would solidify this trade as one of the greatest in NFL history and complete the Lions' turnaround. Now, Lions fans, we want to hear from you. What do you think of this trade? Do you think it's already one of the best deals in NFL history? Can Jared Goff and this talented Lions team bring a Super Bowl to Detroit? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more exclusive updates on your Detroit Lions as they continue their march to greatness. Let's go, Lions!